welcome back to At Betches. I'm Jordana.
And I'm Sami.
And Aileen is in Cannes.
Yup. She is in Fra. And we are here. We are back. I am back from vacay. And I'm excited to chat.
Yes. Give me all the vacay updates. You went all over the place. I need the peak and the pit.
My peak and pit are sort of related. As we discussed, I did do the cliff jump.
Yes. I didn't think you would do it. I was very impressed.
Really?
No, I didn't think you would do it.
Why?
Because I feel like you would be like, why would I like risk my life to do this thing?
I think that you overestimate the risk of it.
It seems when you're up there, it seems quite risky. It feels like you could hit the side of a cliff.
It does feel like that, but it's actually, if you jump to the right area, you won't.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. There's like some room for human error. I don't know.
I
was terrified.
Like anyone's hurt themselves.
That's the part where I was like, when we were there in like 2017, there were like 12-year-olds jumping off.
Yeah.
So
yeah. People were doing like backflips off of it. I think it looks way higher and way more precarious than it does. But let me just say, so also it's kind of, no one shows that you have to like hoist yourself up there by rope. That part I thought was like more dangerous. So
that was your peak.
It was that whole, not the jump necessarily, but like the whole vibe of that bar that's just like on the side of the city. Dubrovnik is just really beautiful, and really unique. And I just loved it. Like we walked around the city.
It's very romantic city.
Very romantic city, but also like I feel like it's not like Paris romantic, you know?
Right. I don't know. It is beautiful. It just feels like it's compared to the other places in Croatia that are a little bit more party. It's more like it's like the Santorini of Croatia.
Is it?
In terms of like much more like relaxed, I think, romantic vibes than party. Like Hvar is like the party place in Croatia.
Right. I didn't go to any other places in Croatia, so I only know that. It felt more just like it felt like the old city in Jerusalem, honestly. Like, but it's the whole thing.
Are you a Game of Thrones watcher? Well, that was like also the big, when I was there, they were like, had just filmed like crazy scenes from Game of Thrones there, and you could like go to the steps where they do the walk of shame.
We did that.
And that was cool.
Yeah, I have videos where I was like doing shame. Like I know the stuff. So I, enjoyed that. But no, I actually feel like jumping off of things is not that bad to me. Like I jumped off a bridge at Cornell. Do you remember that?
Like the freshman year thing that everyone was like into the gorge.
Yeah.
That
was probably stupid. Jumped off that.
Okay. And then you made it and then I saw you made it your profile picture, which was so funny because my jumping off the cliff experience is my cover photo on Facebook.
That's so funny.
We're Facebook twins.
That is hilarious. I didn't even realize that. I honestly, you know how I had gotten kicked off Facebook and I then got back on?
Of course.
What happened was I didn't have a profile picture this whole time. And I happened to go on Facebook to try to like look at something 2 days ago, and I realized I didn't have a picture. So that was just like one of the first pictures that was available in my camera roll. I didn't feel like scrolling. Okay. So of course you noticed that's my profile picture.
Of course, I'm on Facebook all the time. Of course I noticed. Really, I liked it.
Oh, thank you. I haven't checked. Well, let me tell you my pit. So the day after we were in Dubrovnik, we went to Montenegro the next day. And you can just drive there. It's basically, depending on where you go, but it's only like an hour or ish.
Did you rent a car?
No, we got a taxi to drive us. But so the next day we get to the hotel and I see like my legs are like all bruised. And I'm like, what happened? Like, the front of my legs have these like very light bruises. I'm like, what's happening? Like, was this because like I walked like too much? Like, gosh, too many steps? Like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's just something weird, but I'm like a little weirded out. The next day I notice that like we're about to go on a boat and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I realize like I have all these bruises on my chest too. And I'm like, what's happening to me? And I'm Googling like symptoms, like bruising, like what is sudden bruising? Why is this happening? It's all like leukemia. Like,
of course. Yeah.
And so we're about to go on this boat, and I'm convinced that like I'm gonna die. I'm like, oh my God.
How
like,
dark is the bruising? Because I don't see anything.
It was like fairly light, but it was the fact that it was there and it was sort of all over, and it didn't really make sense to me. So I'm like, what's happening to me? I'm freaking out. I'm like already at like the bargaining stage of grief. And I'm like, and Avi realized.
Avi didn't say anything? What was Avi's thought while you were freaking out?
He was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it could be from. Like, we could go to, a doctor or something, but, we're about to go on this boat. And so then finally I realized, like, oh, it's from the belly flop. It's from hitting the water.
I'm surprised neither of you put that together. It was my immediate thought when you were saying this.
I did not, because it didn't hurt that much.
It looked pretty painful. It didn't hurt?
It just kind of it hurt my stomach. Like I got like kind of like the wind knocked out of me more, but it didn't hurt my chest or my legs. Okay. So I was like, what the fuck? But once I realized, I was like, wait, it's from that. And then I had one of my other peaks, which is a dual peak mountain, which was that like bar in the middle of the ocean in Montenegro, which was just really one of the coolest places. And the wine bottles are stored underwater.
Very cool. I don't know much about Montenegro. What is its deal?
It's very small. It's like 600,000 people.
What language do they speak there?
They speak like Croatian. I think they speak maybe Czech. They spoke a lot of English.
Okay.
I think they're very.
Have you seen other people go there? Like, where did you get the idea to go to Montenegro?
I honestly had like thought about it like before, because it's supposed to just be very chill and pretty. It's really beautiful. Like it kind of looks like the place where we stayed on the bay, which is, pretty much like all the touristy places are on it. It's it kind of looks like Lake Como, feels a little bit like it, but it's, connected to the ocean. So it's not quite the same thing, but it's gorgeous and like very untouched, very like casual. And the people who own this bar in the middle of the ocean with the underwater wine, they started this during COVID as a joke because they didn't have anything to do. And it's become like a tour, like a cool tourist thing. It's just a very like relaxing.
Great sell.
I hate Montenegro.
I would try. Yeah, I would try it out.
Very low key.
Okay. Love it. Did you encounter any vermin on your trip?
Not that are sticking in my head, so I don't think so. Oh, there was that's not a vermin. There was a jellyfish.
Jellyfish vermin. I put in the vermin category. I put vermin is like any kind of menace.
Anything you don't like?
Yeah. Any kind of like creature.
Like a definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think I encountered.
Did you get bit?
Vermin.
No. I feel like I would have heard about that. Okay.
Yeah, I think I would have talked about that probably. It was very fun.
Okay, so you're on this trip. I feel like a great opportunity to read. It's summer travel season. It's beach read season. I need books. Give us some recommendations. Let's hear it. I want two.
Okay, no, I'm gonna give you. I
don't give you three. Don't overwhelm the readers and I with too many choices.
Well, I'm gonna give different things that different people would like.
Okay, all right. Okay. What would I like? I like a romantic element in.
Okay, I am just started this, so I can't vouch for the end. But there's a good summer rom-com that Katie Storino just wrote called Sunny Side Up.
Okay,
and I like it so far.
It's a rom-com.
I think it's shaping up to be a rom-com.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like summer. She is just fresh off of a divorce, and she is gonna meet, a new guy.
Okay,
but I'm like,
but it's not. There's no like murder.
Not that I don't think there's any murder.
I like a romance murder combo, but I'll keep that one in mind.
Okay, if you want murder, there's a book
romance.
Okay, I do, but it's not out yet. It's called Everyone Is Lying to You, and it's coming out later in the summer by Joe Piazza. That's murder and romance, trad wives.
Okay.
And murder. More murder-ish. You might like this one. It's true crime. It's called All the Other Mothers Hate Me by Sarah Harmon.
Okay, I like.
I think you'd enjoy that book, actually.
And what's that about? All the Other Mothers Hate Me. You got to sell these to us, Sammy. Sell these.
Okay. All the Other Mothers Hate Me was about, I have to like think back because I read it like 6 books ago.
So like 45 minutes ago. So
there's like a mother and she's in a town and she's like the weird mom, you know, and a kid goes missing and they have to figure, it's a mystery.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
Yeah.
I can check that out.
Yeah.
All the other, and that's out now.
That's out now. Yeah.
Okay. What is not worth anyone's time? Did you read anything horrible?
I don't continue reading if something's not worth.
Have you stopped reading anything that you've hated?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty good at like reading a summary and knowing, am I going to like this or not? Like, for example, like I don't really enjoy Emily Henry books.
What does she do?
She does the books that all are like book lover and summer happy. Like they're all
like Happy Place or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are like not great.
Those are not my books,
but they do well. Yeah.
I really like a dysfunctional family book. And if you're looking for a dysfunctional family book, I have 2 recommendations. These are a little more like slightly more highbrow. One's called Same as It Ever Was by Claire Lombardo. And this was a very well-written book, but it's not as like, you know, you don't fly through it in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, similarly on that realm, this is like a dark academia book, To Have and Have More. The author's name is Sanibel. It's like a private school girl who's trying to fit in, but she's different.
That's your favorite. Very Gossip Girl.
I love that.
Ish.
Yeah, I actually read a few private school of those types of books. I didn't even necessarily mean to, but they all sort of, you know, ended up that way. The Rules of Fortune by Danielle Prescott is a good one like that.
Okay. All right, great.
I feel like you guys could sort through that.
I feel like I've read a lot of bad books last year, so I'm hoping to get
like better. What? Name them. Why do you continue reading if you don't like it?
I hope it gets better. I think I read First Lie Wins, which was not good. It was like, again, I was like too deep in it. I just needed to find out what happened, but I like didn't care. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I didn't have another one on vacation.
Yeah. There's a Lucy Foley book I want to read. I don't remember the name, but it's like her most recent.
The Guest
List.
What
else did you not like?
I think The Guest List was fine by Lucy Foley.
I don't think it was The Guest List. There's another one. It's like The Midnight Feast or something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember I love The Winner. The Winner is like a book I
loved
really liked.
The Winner.
It was very good.
I know you love the plot.
Of course. I read the sequel when I on vacation in February. Not as good. It was like fine.
I liked it. If I finished it, I liked it.
It wasn't as good as the plot, but it was fine.
No, the plot was amazing, but I still liked it.
Sometimes it goes they go a little off the rails towards the end.
Do
you feel like they like try to just like throw a bunch of different subplot twists and like I want like one. Here's the issue with a lot of these books. There's too many twists. I want like one really high level twist. I don't need like 15 small twists.
Well, maybe I don't know. Leave in the comments if you prefer one high level twist or 15 or so small twists.
Small sub twists.
I think it really depends like what they are, how it, you know.
That's fair. But speaking of movies and entertainment with twists, should we discuss Echo Valley?
Yeah. That was some heavy shit, let's just say.
Big twist.
Big twist. In the middle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not at the end.
Twists don't need to be at the end.
I think of them as being I guess you're right.
I was hesitant to watch Echo Valley because the reviews were like pretty bad. Rotten Tomatoes score was like 52 critic, 47 audience, which I think is like very low for what I considered. Like it had its issues, but I think it was actually like quite a good movie. And I haven't heard anyone talk about it anywhere.
I haven't either. I hadn't heard about it until you told me to watch it. And then I didn't know how it was reviewed, literally didn't know anything going into it, had no clue what it was going to be about. And it's a lot.
Yeah. Spoilers from here on out. It's been out since June 6th, which
I didn't see any marketing.
I haven't seen any marketing. I just happened to be browsing, I think, Apple, and it came up, and it was like, also just I'm surprised there was no marketing given the cast. It's like Julianne Moore
and Sydney Sweeney.
Yes. And they're both like superb. I thought they were both really, really, really good.
Right. I don't understand. Maybe they marketed it to the wrong people or something.
It just didn't reach us.
And the people didn't. Maybe it's like they marketed to people they thought would like it, but those weren't the people who enjoy like it. I really thought they were both great in it. I don't see what warrants like such a mediocre score.
Same.
Other than it's really upsetting to watch.
That usually doesn't give you a mediocre score. The upsettingness. I mean, I watched The Brutalist. That movie is pretty upsetting.
I haven't seen that.
Pretty well rated from what I've seen.
I bought Sinners on Fandango at home. I'm going to watch that later.
That's very well rated also. What did you think? What's your initial thoughts on it?
My initial thoughts were extreme discomfort at how sad and extreme it was, and it felt very realistic. Like a very realistic portrayal of what someone in that situation is like, for context for the audience.
Yeah, give a little high level plot.
Yeah. Julianne Moore is Sydney Sweeney's mom, and she lives on a farm in Pennsylvania. She's her wife had died, and her ex-husband was kind of helping to like support
her ex-husband's Trey.
Yeah. Yes. Trey McDougal, of course. Looked great.
Yeah. I'm surprised he took this role. It was so small. He had literally one scene. It was surprising.
Maybe why not? He
was
good in it.
Yeah.
You show up, you get a credit, you probably get more money than that. Yeah. You learn that Sydney Sweeney is a drug addict and but really has been in and out of rehab, and Julianne Moore has basically destroyed her own finances to try to get her better. And she teaches horse lessons on her big farm, but the farm's really not doing well, and she might have to sell it. Sydney Sweeney shows up and is just harassing her for money. And I thought it was interesting because she's not just showing up and harassing her for money. I thought it was good and interesting that they showed sort of the double side of her. Like there is a part of her that's sweet, and there almost seems like there's a little bit of a codependent lovingness to her. It's not like she just is a monster. I didn't really see a good side of her, but more as I saw Julianne Moore as a mom being just that primal instinct to do whatever you would for your kid, no matter what.
Well, even in the flashbacks to the wedding where she's standing there and she's hugging, just the flashbacks to her hugging her, or some sort of other time when she was sweet, or when she was innocent. Yeah. And she's just obviously very manipulative.
Sad.
Yeah.
Right. I couldn't like her because, spoiler alert, she basically threw her boyfriend's suitcase off a bridge, and there was $10,000 worth of drugs in it, and she has to now get this guy paid back, and he's threatening her, and he's threatening her mother, and she is now threatening that if Julianne Moore doesn't give her a check for $10,000, she's gonna take the dog. And Julianne Moore is so sad, and she beats her up. Sydney Sweeney beats her up to try to get money. It's just
Sydney Sweeney does an excellent mental breakdown. She does
and Julianne Moore does an excellent
victim of the mental breakdown.
Yeah, but truly, and okay, at one point, Sydney Sweeney comes back with a dead body. She tells her mom that it's her boyfriend, and her mom disposes of the body at the bottom of a lake. Wait, this was the biggest plot hole for me. How would she ever find the body after she disposed?
That was one plot hole. Yes, how she manages to find it. That was crazy. The other plot hole is, okay, so basically Sydney Sweeney tells her mom that she killed her boyfriend, and she panicked, and he's in the trunk. Again, when I first saw him, I was like, it seems unlikely that she would be able to do this. The wrapping looked pretty nice, well tied up. It seemed unlikely she'd be able, especially as a drug addict, she'd be able to maneuver that and then get him into the car. It's heavy, a dead body.
Yeah, alone.
Yes, so that was surprising. Again, I'm willing to let that one go.
Yeah, same.
And then basically, Julianne Moore follows her because she stops answering her phone, and she finds that she sees the boyfriend. So they basically like Sydney Sweeney manipulate and the other drug addicts like manipulate Julianne Moore into hiding and killing this dead body for them. And
hiding
the getting rid of the body. And it's basically because her boyfriend, in order to get back the money that he had lost from the other drug dealer that comes by and beats up Sydney Sweeney also, he had to cut the drugs with fentanyl, and this guy who was doing the drugs died. And so now they're covering up the body. That seemed to me like that was the biggest plot hole to me, because it's like, why would this guy die right in front of his drug dealer, like immediately?
No, that made sense.
You think?
It's like that would happen in Euphoria.
Like he dies right in front of the drug dealer, and then the drug dealer has to dispose of the body. Why wouldn't he just like leave?
Maybe because the higher level drug dealer was like, I don't want this to get traced to me. This is your problem because you've screwed up like a few times. I think that this isn't like, it's not within the rule of law.
Right. It's I just feel like you would do the drugs after the dealer left.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What
not a plot hole.
Was not a plot hole as much as how did she find the body at the bottom of the lake and get it back up? Even her and her friend who eventually did that.
Right. The friend down to help her. She goes to the friends. I don't know why she also like when what's the blonde guy's name? Who's also a good actor. Yeah.
Jackie.
I don't know why when
she's the big drug dealer.
Right. When she's talking to Jackie on her like camera and he's like, we got to speak. I don't know why she would like go back. I feel like you'd be like a little bit more scared. I don't know why I'd be like, okay, I'll see you at 12 and then go alone. And I don't know.
Because she's probably afraid that he's going to hurt her daughter. Ultimately, all of this was that she would do anything for her daughter. And I think really fucked up part is that she knew it and she found her texts. Right. She was like, my mom would do anything for me because of her unconditional love. It's like, oh, how dare she?
Right.
Like, it's so sad. I don't know. I found it like really hard to watch. I just don't get why. Well, what'd you think of the end?
To finish out the plot, basically Jackie comes to like blackmail Julianne Moore, saying, I know that you hid this body and like I'm gonna
tries to extort her.
Yeah, I'm gonna like tell unless you give me all this money. And she's like, I don't have any money. And so he's like, okay, we're gonna burn down your farm or your horse. We're gonna kill all your horses in a fire so that you get the insurance money for the horses, and then like you'll use that to pay me back.
But he also
and I'm gonna
her with a needle.
Yes,
I don't see why he needed. I mean, I guess just as a why
also
not?
Like
that could have killed her, and then what?
If he called the cops, wouldn't he go to jail also as the drug dealer? That part I didn't fully understand. Or like at that point,
their daughter. It's all about her protecting her daughter.
I guess. I think at that time, once I saw the text and I was like, my daughter's trying to like literally throw me under the bus, I think I would be like, I think it's time to go to the cops. The unbelievable part was like sort of the extent to which this was happening. There was a part of me that was like, I think at this point you would go to the cops. Or like, I don't think the guy would blackmail her if he...
Well, she did hide the body.
Yeah, but he's the one who's like the drug dealer and involved in like killing the guy.
I kind of get why she wouldn't at this because she had already hidden a dead body. She was already an accomplice.
Right. So they like lead you to believe that she's killed all the horses and burned down the farm. And then basically like the big twist is that she's framed Jackie for doing this by like pretending he's her stage, her hand, I don't know what you call it. Her helper. Farmhand. Yeah. Which was a solid twist. I mean, I wasn't like shocked. I just, when she was it seemed like she was killing the horses. It just seemed unlikely because it seemed like that was all she had.
Yeah. Also, the whole thing seemed, for me, the way the plan worked out seemed unlikely to go that smoothly, but it did.
Right. And then it ends with like Sydney Sweeney texting her being like, I'm really sorry. And then you're not
back.
Well, yeah. And then she comes back and you're kind of like, they leave on a cliffhanger of like, you're not really sure what Julianne, is she going to continue supporting her after all of this? Did you get a sense of like, is she going to do that? You think she is?
What the sense I got was this is a never-ending loop that will continue, and she'll just keep doing this. Like I don't see what real reason there was to believe that she would have not done this again or that she was going to get clean.
Well, yeah, I didn't think she was going to get clean. That's why I was like, maybe Julianne Moore has had enough. This would be, I think, enough for most people. Do you think there's anyone who would continue like contact after this? This is kind of extensive. After they frame you, they like try to bring you down with them. That's crazy.
I think she already like, yeah, I think that's kind of the point. I don't know. Why was it called Echo Valley?
That's like where they lived, I guess. I don't know. Not a great title.
Maybe Echo Valley, Pennsylvania. Maybe. Is that a place?
Perhaps.
We could Google that. Or it's like, it just keeps happening again. So
I guess
it's echo. Like keep doing it.
I guess it's also showing that like Julianne Moore doesn't really have much else in her life besides this. Like she's very lonely.
That was a huge piece of it. It's like her daughter's her whole life and her daughter knew that and her daughter's addicted. Like I think this is also a piece of it. Like this is an addiction. It's an actual, this is like maybe it was just kind of trying to show the depths of this type of disease.
Right.
Which is real.
Right. Right. Yeah. Which is like sort of what it turns you into, like someone who could be capable of these kinds of things. And you hear stories about that, like stealing.
And the people around you.
Yeah.
Which is something to think about. It's like all the people around you have to deal with this and they don't even feel like they get to be high,
Right. But yeah, I'd recommend it if we didn't spoil the whole thing for you already or you want to check it out. I thought it was really good. Really great acting.
Yeah. We
better than Sirens.
Definitely better than Sirens. But it I don't know why the Rotten Tomatoes. This is why I don't go by Rotten Tomatoes.
I do. I feel like they're more likely to be accurate than not, but this one I thought they missed the ball.
Yeah. Oh well. Our next segment is brought to you by American Home Shield. There's nothing we love more than some good gossip. So to round out this episode, let's talk about some of the wildest headlines we saw this week and that we need to discuss ASAP, because we know you're here to get your gossip fix. I'm excited to talk about this one. It's about my favorite show, The White Lotus.
Yes. Jason Issacs, who does seem very loose-lipped. That's what I get. That's what I get from any press news I hear from him is he just like spills. He's not very discreet.
He was talking shit about Parker Posey this week.
What else did he say about Parker Posey?
He basically was like she was a nightmare on set, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, that's basically that was the gist.
All right. And tell us, what did he say about the salaries?
So he did an interview where he said that everyone on the White Lotus, well, this is like known to be a thing, but he said that the White Lotus salary, which is a flat $40,000 per episode, is a low rate compared to other major television productions. And he basically said that this is their policy, that all main cast members receive the same compensation regardless of their fame or experience, and they all get built credits in alphabetical order. But he wasn't like being shady about it. He was actually saying that he likes it, that he thought it was a great opportunity and people would pay to be on it. So, yeah.
I thought it was very interesting. I did not know that. I guess you do get 6 months at the Four Seasons, which is nice, but you're working.
I think you have to pay for your incidentals, though. So you're paying for like, I did read that somewhere. So like, what's his name? Walton Goggins said he spent like his whole paycheck on like almonds.
But Walton Goggins has made so much more money from this than that. From like he's doing so many brand deals. Did I see him on a Walmart ad?
I think all of them. Get this catapults people into fame. I actually love this. There's a lot of reasons why I love this, because I think it's obviously a show that has done this for itself. If people couldn't like. It's a great example of supply and demand, right? People are taking the rate that is offered. It's an expensive thing to produce, I imagine, because it's, you're going all over the world. And because it provides opportunities, I kind of love it. It probably creates like a great dynamic too, where there's not like tension over like who's paid more. Like should be paid more.
The actors aren't there for the money. They're there so that because they want to do like an incredible job. And they're really big fans of the show. Like that's why they're there.
Yeah, which I love.
I also think it attracts actors who are like of their level. So you know what I mean? Where it's not like no-name actors, but it's not super A-list people. Like, I think it attracts like the perfect level of fame people, where it's like people who have a lot of talent, haven't played many main characters, but people kind of know of them and they're like excited to see them on screen. But they're like the perfect level of famous before this.
Right. I think the reason it works actually is because you don't have such strong associations with any of them before. Like, you might have certain with some of them, but they don't interfere. Like, they usually are playing two type rather than interfering where you're like, oh, I can't see that person is being like this.
Right.
You know, like they play something that sort of makes sense for them.
I agree with that. So I love it.
I love it too.
Have you ever heard anything about the next season?
No, I actually haven't. Just that it is happening.
It's happening. Did you think that the number was going to be 40,000?
I think I knew that it was quite low.
Because is that how low you thought it was?
Yeah, I did. I think I knew that like the whole season they don't make more than like they definitely don't make more than like 500,000 for the whole season. Like, I'm pretty sure I knew that.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a pleasure to be here. And I think only one person turned it down because of the salary, and that was Woody Harrelson.
Interesting. I could see how Woody Harrelson would be like, I don't really need this right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that you're not sacrificing no time or any part of your life. Like, I think it is 6
months,
shoot.
Right? I think it's 6 months.
I don't know how many months it is, but I think it is a fairly grueling shoot, and it's like you're living with your co-stars. There's not really separation between, you know, and then you have Jason Isaacs repeating everything that you fucking did, and
that's why it
stays with you forever.
That adds to the fun of it. I feel like this season was the most like gossipy cast.
I would love. Yes.
They talked the most shit, I think, out of any other season.
I think that maybe it was like a bit of a cattier season, possibly. It was also reportedly really hot, like so painfully hot.
That makes sense.
Because Thailand, obviously.
Right. They probably they probably shoot it in the off season, I assume, when it's even like more wet and hot.
Yes, and what I read is that they couldn't have air conditioners on during the day because it would interfere with the sound. So they all had to just deal with it.
Be hot. Well, I think that works for Jason Isaacs' character, who always kind of seems like he's having like a panic attack.
A breakdown,
sweat, like induced something.
Yeah. I was also reading something that it was like, you know how Brian Cox also kind of talks shit as a British actor?
Mm-hmm.
The American school of acting is a bit more method-y. So the people kind of like stay in character a bit more and are used to more high value productions rather than British actors who are used to kind of working in like lesser conditions. So they're okay with that. So, and they also, the way they're trained is just to turn it on or off so that they're not like staying in character. So I think they think the Americans are just a bit more like, you guys are a lot.
Right.
You're a lot.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
Who else is British besides Jason Isaacs?
Of the
cast?
I think I'm just talking about him.
Oh, just him. Okay.
$40,000. Really? The dream is to make something that good that people will do
we'll pay that, yeah.
We'll be okay with.
Because now it's season 3, right? So season 1, no one knows if anyone's going to even watch it. Season 2, it's like there's a lot. Again, it could be a one season wonder. And then by season 3, I think there is this sense of like you're buying into this sort of like cult internet. Right. You do. I'd almost think it makes more sense to take that salary on season 3 than season 2, because by season 3, you're like, everyone's going to be eagerly awaiting this. It has like a cult intense following. You're going to be like memed somewhere.
Well, it's the other thing is that the reason it started so low budget was because of COVID. Like, this whole thing was just written because of COVID. They needed somewhere that they could film it in one spot and do it on a fairly low budget because the Four Seasons in Hawaii ain't cheap. And it's, so I think it started like that and they kept it. It's more like they haven't scaled it because they don't need to. I also think a reason this season might have been a bit more catty was because there was the stuff with Mike White and the composer, and they were apparently—
What's that?
The guy who did the song.
Oh, I hate the song. I mean, I'm not the only one, obviously.
Well, he wanted the woo-woos to stay in.
Who did?
And
the composer?
The composer.
Oh.
Yeah. So he and Mike White were apparently like
Yeah, I'd be annoyed if I were him too, because he was like, don't blame me for everyone hating this theme song.
You can listen to the version that he made. There is a version he made that has the whole thing. There was like more to it that went into the woo-woos that everyone liked, which we expected it to happen. And then Mike White was like, no, we're not. And so he
didn't want to be pigeonholed into which is just, I think, not a smart move. It's just a signature. I mean, it was like being remixed. It was such a great.
I agree.
I don't know.
There's articles about this. The composer is also very messy. He talks about it. He released it on his own YouTube channel.
I want to go listen. I'm going to listen.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Great. But huge thanks to American Home Shield for partnering with us on today's Pop Culture Rundown. Just like your old dishwasher, the internet is constantly breaking. Don't let broken appliances break your stride. With a plan from American Home Shield, you can protect your covered home systems and appliances no matter their age. Visit ahs.com/betches to get 20% off any plan today and to see the promo details. That's ahs.com/betches. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. Okay, do we have a betch of the week or someone we're sending to the Caymans? Jason Isaacs for giving us the tea.
Okay. He is betchy.
He is betchy. Yes. Okay. He is betchy. Betch of the week for, because he is like a catty little bitch. So
yeah,
I like it.
Someone I think we should send to the Caymans, this is just going to come out of nowhere, is Jax Taylor. Although I feel like we've sent him already and it's not working. He's like Sydney Sweeney in Echo Valley. He's
I haven't seen
time and money.
I haven't seen the most recent episode, but I have never again sending him to the Caymans. He is awful. He's never like not been awful. Is I guess my only thing.
Well, the thing is, last night on Watch What Happens Live, he was on and the audience was polled on 2 questions. And the first was, do you think Jax is any better? And I think like 100% of people said no. Okay. And then it was like, which side are you on? And I think 100% of people said Britney.
Wow. I mean,
good.
Yeah. If you're not pro Britney,
there's some morality in America.
I mean, he's just like really a monster. And it's like a line between
funny monster.
Right.
And it's dangerous monster.
It's kind of crazy because you think, and I was reading this Variety article about the Bally and Vanderpump Rules. And like when you first watch Vanderpump Rules, obviously like it's kind of like the characters are just as fucked up as they ever were. It's just, you kind of like you see that next phase of life for them. And it just kind of goes to show you like you can't fully just grow out of being this kind of person. Like you always kind of have it in you.
I think some people can grow out of it.
Maybe people not on reality TV.
The thing is they're incentivized to do bad things because why would you watch someone becoming a functional person? Like why would you watch someone healing? That's not that interesting.
I guess.
Unless they're one of the one of many housewives.
Right.
But then even then people are like, she's boring. I don't want to watch her paint her house like a normal person. Like, it's unless you're somebody really had a rock bottom and then you're like, I'll watch them get better, but I'll only have so much tolerance for it. And then you still have producers who are like, do something bad.
But I guess it's just darker because they're older. Like the same antics.
Because they have children.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think it's the age. I think it's actually because they have small children.
Right.
Who are watching this.
Yes. And like their parents are speaking to each other like this publicly and everyone can see it. And they also don't care about them clearly enough to like not do those things.
There's severe mental illness of various forms happening and it's not really okay. And I think like they allegedly made Jax go to rehab, but he was like able to watch his Nest camera the whole time.
And text, what kind of rehab is this? Very bad, I would say very bad advertisement for whatever rehab he went to.
I have a feeling it was like some sort of timeout more than it was like a serious treatment center.
Right. Was the rehab like a green room? It doesn't really
That's what
feel
I was
like
thinking, like just an outpatient green room.
Right. But if he is truly like a sociopath, I don't know if that would even work on him.
No, it probably wouldn't.
Well,
did you watch Next Gen?
I watched an episode. I didn't love it, but like I might. It's kind of I feel like I'll keep watching in the background and hope it gets better. But I'm not like excited for a new episode.
People seem to like it. I think it could be like a Summer House type thing, where in the beginning it wasn't as exciting because you didn't know the people, you weren't as invested. But
it could be. Again, I'm not like it wasn't like horrible. There was something that. I didn't love about it, but I'll give it. It was one episode. I'll give it. I might watch the whole season, I think.
Okay. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we did it. We'll be back next week. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Leave us a comment on Spotify. And that's it. We'll be back next week on the Betches podcast.
Bye.